everyone, this is Rabnir's blog, and welcome to another general discussion series. Today's general discussion is going to be on what upcoming movies in 2016 are you most excited for. Now, I know this video is a little late in the game, like I meant to do this video like when 2016 started, like on January 1st, but I got lazy, I didn't post up the video till the last minute, but I'm going to talk about some movies that I saw on some internet lists, on the Internet Movie Database website, that were coming up in 2016 that I'm most excited for. Now, bear in mind, this is just the first page of the movies that's being released in 2016 that I looked at, so it's not all the movies, because if I list up all the movies that I'm excited for in 2016, we're going to be here all day. So I just listed the movies that I'm most excited for. I'm taking interest in, and I'll explain about each movie that I'm excited or interested in. So let's start up with the first one. Of course, is Batman versus Superman. This is the movie I'm most excited for this year because I love Batman and Superman, and the fact that we're finally getting a movie that has Batman and Superman together in one movie is really awesome, and I like to see how this movie is going to play out. I hope this movie's pretty good. I know DC hadn't had a good record with some of their movies in the past, except for the Dark Knight trilogy, which was like the only movie franchise, well, one of the few movie franchises they had in the recent years that did well. So this movie would be like the first time DC actually explored more characters that are not Batman. Well, of course, Batman and Superman are in here, but this is the first time we see another DC characters besides Batman make an appearance. Well, Superman had Man of Steel, but it's great that we see Batman and Superman in the movie together, so I can't wait to see what DC's going to do with that movie. Second one is Captain America Civil War. Now, I never read the Civil War comics, but I have been enjoying what Marvel's been doing with the movie franchises. So, I'm interested to see how Marvel's going to adapt the Civil War comic book story to the movies, and I'm surprised it's starting in Captain America instead of just saying the Avengers Civil War. That was kind of weird, but we'll see what this movie's going to be all about. We'll see how they're going to get Captain America and Iron Man together in this one movie and see the rift between them and how that's going to play out in the future Avengers films. Number three is Finding Dory. Now, I was surprised they actually are getting a sequel for Finding Nemo, and this one's all about Dory. I never thought they would have a Finding Nemo movie that's going to focus on Dory of all characters, but according to what I read about this movie, it's supposed to be about Dory finding her family and finding that we get to learn more about her. So I think that's really interesting. Like I would love to see what Dory's family is like, and I like to see how she became so forgetful like in the first movie. So I'm definitely excited to see Finding Dory. Number four is Kung Fu Panda 3. Now, I haven't seen much of Kung Fu Panda 2, but I love Kung Fu Panda, the first movie, so I'm really excited to see Kung Fu Panda 3, and I like to see what they're gonna do with this movie. It looks like in this movie, Po has found his own kind in this movie. Like, for what I learned in the second movie, Po was like find out he's like the last of his kind, and this movie looks like Po found more pandas like him. So I like to see where this movie is gonna, what direction this movie is gonna take, and how Po's gonna handle with coming face to face with his own kind again. So Kung Fu Panda 3 sounds pretty interesting. Um, Number five is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Now, I know a lot of people didn't seem to like the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, the one starring Megan Fox, but I actually liked the movie, to be honest. Like, I didn't think it was too bad. I mean, it's not perfect, but I actually liked the movie, and I like to see what they're going to do in the sequel, Out of the Shadows. And I heard that Krang is going to be in this movie, so that's really interesting. Let's see how they're going to deal with Krang in this movie, and how they're going to get Rocksteady and Bebop, or it's been a while since I've seen the original 1987 series, but I'm surprised they're going to introduce those two in this movie, so I'm excited for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. Number six is Star Trek Beyond. To be honest, I have been enjoying the 2009 revamp of Star Trek. I know a lot of Star Trek fans, some Star Trek fans didn't enjoy the movie series, but I've been liking it so far. So I like to see what they're going to do with Star Trek Beyond. I hope it's as good as the first two, or something like that. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Star Trek Beyond, just to see if it's any good like the first two, or something like that. Number 7 is Independence Day Resurgence. Now, this one really surprised me because I've seen Independence Day when it first came out, in the late 90s, I believe. But, I'm surprised they're able to, bring back this, franchise again. You know, I never would have thought they make another Independence Day movie after the first one. So, I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with this, Independence Day movie that's coming out. Number 8 is Doctor Strange, another Marvel movie that's coming out next to Captain America: Civil War. So, it'd be interesting to see how they're going to introduce Doctor Strange to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm really excited to see where this is going. I don't read a lot of Doctor Strange comics, or I don't know much about the character, but it's interesting to see that they're going to introduce Doctor Strange. I like the direction Marvel's taking with trying to introduce these characters they haven't introduced to in a long time, and actually try to put them in the movie universe. So I like to see what they're gonna do with Doctor Strange. Is he gonna be a part of the Avengers universe, or is he gonna be like Guardians of the Galaxy and just be like out of the Avengers universe, but still in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in a way? So it'd be interesting to see what they're gonna do with Doctor Strange. But chances are he's probably gonna be a part of the Avengers soon. But I'm interested to see how they're gonna do the Doctor Strange movie, how he's gonna fit into the Avengers universe and in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Number 9 is Ghostbusters. Now, what I've heard about this reboot is that it's supposed to star an all female cast, so that's pretty interesting. Like seeing an all female cast of the Ghostbusters cast. So it'd be interesting to see what they're gonna do with this franchise at this point, or how this movie's gonna go. Will it be like the original Ghostbusters movie? It'd be interesting to see what they're gonna do with this reboot of Ghostbusters. Number 10 is X-Men Apocalypse. I'm pretty excited about this movie. I haven't read a lot of the Apocalypse comics, but this movie seems pretty interesting. I've been liking the direction the X Men movies have been going. Like they're actually doing a better job with the characters, somewhat. But I like to see what they're gonna do with X Men Apocalypse, and at least they're gonna introduce Storm, Cyclops, and Nightcrawler into this movie. So that's great. I like to see how they set up those characters in this movie universe. Um, Number 11 is Deadpool. This is the one I'm really excited for because I never this is the Deadpool movie that fans have been waiting for. We get a funny Deadpool movie, not the Deadpool who has his mouth stitched up like in X-Men Origins Wolverine, but we're getting a Deadpool who actually talks. And probably the best part of this movie is that Colossus is going to be in it, and it looks like he's going to be one of the major characters. So everybody knows I'm a huge Colossus fan, and I'm so glad he's able to get his own play in the movie. So I would love to see what Colossus is going to do in this Deadpool movie. So I'm definitely really excited for this Deadpool movie because of Colossus, and because we're actually going to get a funny Deadpool for once in the movies. For once, just to fix that disaster that was in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Number 12 is Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Now, I put this one on the list because even though I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, like, I'll be honest here, I haven't watched the original Star Wars movies. I know I should have watched the movies years ago, but I just never got the interest to. But after I heard so many good things about Star Wars The Force Awakens, I'm thinking about going back and watch the Star Wars movies, the earliest ones, and then if I get the chance to, I can watch The Force Awakens sometime down the line. I mean, I did enjoy the animated TV series of Star Wars Clone Wars. I have been enjoying that. But I put I put Rogue One, the Star Wars story, on the list because after I heard a lot of good reviews about Star Wars: The Force Awakens, I'm interested to see what this movie's all about. I just have to go back and watch the other Star Wars movies to see whether or not I could get into this franchise like everybody else can. And last but not least is Suicide Squad. Another DC movie coming out this year. It looks like DC's trying to catch up with Marvel, which is good because, DC have been making a lot of movies compared to Marvel for many years. So at least it shows that DC's trying to put out characters that haven't been introduced into the franchise besides Superman and Batman. So, I find it really interesting. We're going to see the Suicide Squad for the first time on the big screen. So I like to see how DC's going to handle the Suicide Squad in the big screen. If they're going to wrap it to the Batman versus Superman universe, which I think they will. But I'm interested to see the Suicide Squad and see how they all wrap up into the new movie universe DC's trying to set up now. And I'm really excited about that. So tell me in the comments below, what are some upcoming movies in 2016 you're excited for? Um, please feel free to comment below. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter so I can keep you updated any new videos I post up. And also like my Facebook page, Rabbit Ears Blogs, that's comics. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rabbit Ears Vlog, and I'll see you later.